and I didn't want to pay for it, but I didn't want to flood. So I ended up paying, and I paid over a 20-year period. I didn't live there that long, but they spread the cost, and I did receive the benefit. And as I say, even though I was on higher ground and figured I didn't flood, there was somebody else that ultimately would. So, you know, I've been in similar circumstances, and as I say, didn't want to pay, but I understood why.
Just a follow-up to that. So in your example there, you talked about stormwater services and you paid for that. Did you receive the service, the benefit? Were you connected to a stormwater sewer, or did you pay up front and have to wait 20, 30 years for an actual connection to that stormwater system?
Well, I would say that the service started in certain areas, and the builders were paying for it, and it incorporated into my cost of my house, so I did pay for it. So there are, you know, you do recognize it. It's not a perfect system, you know. It's you know, sometimes there's, on the other side, you know, if you incur the cost and you wait, in theory I should be compounding the interest and I should be indexing the charge. So you could be paying $2,300 per day for compound and index, and it could be $4,000 to $5,000 in years.
Okay. We have the report, 1112 here, and it's first part of the motion is a recommendation to receive it. And the second part is to give direction. I don't know whether we're ready to give direction. Councillor Russell.
I'll make the motion, Mr. Mayor, that the first part of the report be received. With thanks to Gary and to Janet, of course.
And no direction.
Personally, I can't make that motion.
Seconder.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Have we received the report?
Yes.
But we're not given direction. Is there a timeline when you want to give direction, or
When we do the motion.
We have a motion on the floor.
point of order? The motion is to receive the report. Mayor Day.
It's just to speak to the mayor's point for a second. I think that we can have, I think at some point we are going to have to define the twin lines. And I think that it can come as a subsequent motion to this, which is fine. But it's, but the issues are the finality of the OP, the final numbers for the sewage treatment facility, and those related expenses. And number three, I think it's very important for us to understand how the forest sewage treatment facility is funded as well. And I think that we need to have a consistency in our approach across our municipality. So those three things I think will have to be addressed. So I will bring a subsequent motion that we have a report back from staff on those three things.
Okay, well, motion on the floor is to receive this report.
We have to refer to this.
Okay. Just to receive the report.
That's correct.
All those in favor of receiving the report? Gary? We needed the exercise. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Deputy Mayor Day.
I think it's appropriate to also bring a motion now just to indicate that we're making some executive decisions on this, not just filing it away. That staff, we direct staff to bring back a report. Once we finalize the official plan, we have final numbers, we have numbers from the tenders from the sewage treatment facility and pumping station 2. And number 3, once we know how the forest sewage treatment facility was funded.
Councilor Russell, is second.
I'll second that with one proviso to ask the mover and forest treatment plan any other examples of other forms.
Within these
Because I think Gary had mentioned it's used in different ways in different places, so it's obviously there's different ways of doing it.
You're asking for our current funding model? Does that sound good plans?
I don't know if that was clearly applied to the forest STF or not. I did ask previously, it's going to take some research to find out exactly whether that money model was in place when the sewage treatment facility in forest was built and when it was funded as well. So it's of interest.
Prior amalgamation. So
It would be all the floors.
it would be all the forms that would be included.
Everybody else will manage.
part of our component that is included in everybody because everybody is included. So that's,
So was it
we'll
through
get that in the
rates, or
report.
through DCs, or through reserves, or through, all of the four options, right? Was it 100% rates? Was it through development charges? Was it in R12s, or was it through reserves? This is of interest, how 100% of it was funded.
It was prior to the development charges. We know what the motion is. Staff has been moved and seconded.
That's kind of hard. I know my struggles here.
I guess if we're going to have a motion, I'd like to know what it's clear. We can have it read back.
Okay. Would you like me to try again? Would that be helpful for you? I'd be willing to. So that council directs staff to bring back a report to us about the possible financing of the Grand Bend area sewage-related projects once our official plan is finalized, once the final numbers are in with regards to the sewage treatment facility and pump station 2, and once we know how the forest, sewage treatment facility, and other related projects will fund.
Okay. That's still okay with the secretary? Yeah, I said it. Question?
If I may clarify to the voters, you made the comment after the official plan is finalized. That could be a very long time. I would suggest that after draft 6 of the official plan has been received.
And we made a decision with regards to
But there's a
sewage.
public process.
That's fine.
That's okay.
That's good. Let's do it.
Councilor McGuire?
If I could just ask the mover of the motion, you also mentioned the final numbers of the plant. Are you referring to after construction, after it's
No, no.
built, or the tender?
The tender numbers. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Councilor Underwood?
I cannot support this motion. I fail to see the relevance of looking at something before amalgamation in the way that things were done in past councils. May I give an example of different projects? We're looking at dredging. We have arenas. We've got down skates in Grand Bend and the forest. We have roads. We have all sorts of things which we did as amalgamation, as a whole, to be able to have bigger buying power. That was the idea of amalgamation. Now, if we're going back, if we are suggesting that we want to go back to the way it was prior to amalgamation, I'm okay with that too, as a matter of fact, because I have an awful lot of people around who are really questioning the whole thing, and I know right now the legislation isn't there, but perhaps we should be looking at dividing back up to regional districts once again. If we don't pull together, we either get together and make amalgamation work, and we make things work as a group, and we let prior to amalgamation go, and we work together as Lands Shores, or we go back to Port Franks, Grand Bend, Thetford, Arkona, and Forest. Because that's the direction that amalgamation was.
Any other questions before I let the mover speak to the motion again?
Yeah, I think that you're missing the point of why I suggested forest be also be discussed. I'm not saying it's controlling. I'm just saying it's information for us. And maybe supportive, once we know, maybe supportive of the decision that we make. And I think the public would like to know that this has how it was handled in the past when we built another sewage treatment facility in our jurisdiction. And it's also it's a value in informing our current decision as well. It might not, but it's information that might be of value to us. So I'm not saying that it has to. And I don't want you to think that, we're living the ages past. I think it's just informative and wise.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor of the motion?
I'll have a recorded vote on that,
All
actually.
recorded vote?
Yes.
All in favor of the motion? Opposed? Motion is lost.